petroleumprice.ng also showed that the revised rate had been reflected across downstream value chain, indicating a shift in price benchmark. In a notice to marketers, the refinery stated several depot owners also suspended petrol sales to reassess replacement cost. Several depot owners altered PMS sales because of the crude rally. The development comes amid heightened global oil market volatility linked to escalating tensions between the United States and Iran, raising fears of possible supply disruption around the strategic flow chain. According to analysts, sustained hostilities in the Middle East could disrupt supply chains, raise shipping and insurance costs, and ultimately push up the cost of refined petroleum product, despite Nigeria's growing domestic refining capacity. Let's leave it there. We speculated this yesterday because of the hostilities in the Middle East between Israel, United States of America, and Iran. And of course, Dangote refinery quickly adjusted to the volatility of the oil market as dictated by the international market due to the war that we are seeing in the Middle East. So we'll need to pay more, although Nigeria will gain more in terms of revenue, because the price of crude oil per barrel now is hovering around $80 per barrel. So we stand to get a lot as a country, but as consumers, you got to pay more.
And you know, it's like Adebimpe says she shut her ears. Well, but you can't shut your pockets because you still need to buy fuel. And I think luckily for me, I bought fuel just before the announcement was made yesterday. So I think for a few days, I'm just going to assume that, you know, this does not concern me.
I would have said that to Abimbola, but we didn't have power all night till this morning.
The power has been epileptic.
We just have to buy, I will have to buy fuel today.
For the generator. Okay. Well, the Middle East isn't smiling as we speak. Many oil facilities have been shut down. Saudi refinery, Israeli oil and gas. A couple of, you know, places that haven't been bombed are also keeping their doors shut because they also want to keep their facilities safe. So we do not even know, you know, the direction that this particular one is going, and Iran is still saying we don't want to talk. So until Iran, you know, is okay with their onslaught, perhaps again they will then be ready to talk. But I don't think they even want to talk with Trump.
I don't think so.
So maybe with proxies they might want to. And I think I stumbled on the news yesterday where you know, U.S. allies are also now pinpointing to the North Korean guy also supporting Iran. And I'm like, you will just be looking for trouble. You know, that one doesn't talk. But what that one too has in ammunition.
I saw some memes
from his look, from his appearance, you know that guy.
I saw some memes yesterday that he's waiting patiently.
And you know, he will just be looking.
Trump they look face now.
Trump they look. You know, Trump. Even Trump has tried many times to be his friend. But I don't want to be your. Stay on your lane. Let me do my thing. So. I mean, it's still a long way right now as we speak, but hopefully maybe some sense you know, of reasoning will prevail as the days go by, and perhaps, you know, all of these issues will be nipped in the bud. But until then, we'll need to pay more to buy fuel as Nigerians. All right, let's take the next story this morning. Israel-Iran tensions. U.S. alerts citizens in Nigeria as Shiite protest rocks Lagos. And the story says members of the Southwest leadership of the Islamic movement in Nigeria staged a peaceful protest in Lagos State denouncing the killing of Iran Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei in strikes by the United States and Israel. The development comes as Mansoura Khujaste Bagadez, wife of Iran's Supreme Leader, reportedly died from injuries sustained during recent United States and Israeli strikes at a residence in Tehran. According to Jamaran News Agency on Monday, she had slipped into a coma after being injured in the attacks but succumbed to a wound on March 2nd. A death comes amid reports that Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed in the early hours of Saturday, February 28, during coordinated U.S. and Israeli attacks. The protest in Lagos on Monday follows similar demonstrations by the Shiites in Kano, Yobe, Gombe and Bauchi states on Sunday. In Lagos, the demonstrators marched through parts of the Maryland axis, carrying placards and banners denouncing what they described as an invasion of Iran and the targeted assassination of the long-serving Iranian leader. Southwest coordinator of IMN, Muftah Zakaria, said the protest would remain peaceful and continue across the southwest geopolitical zone. The protesters marched chanting solidarity with Iran and strong opposition to the actions of the United States and Israel. Let me read this last paragraph. He also urged the federal government to reject the presence of U.S. troops in the country. Zakaria claimed that terrorism in Nigeria has increased since the involvement of the U.S. government. He said heightened and sustained attacks in Kwara State followed what he described as U.S. involvement in the country's affairs. I will leave it there. You know, again, we shouldn't say because of what's happening would also now turn Nigeria into a protest ground. I understand, yes, they're in solidarity, and I also like the fact that if not for the reports on the pages of newspapers, I'm not sure I even noticed there was any protest in Lagos yesterday.
Likewise.
Because the pictures also show that they were also quite scanty, the number of people, but it was peaceful. Let it remain peaceful if, you know, they want to continue. But honestly, I think it's fine. They've expressed their anger, they've expressed their displeasure. Let's end it there. So also this does not snowball into something else here. You know how when we see little things, people also take advantage of certain things and want to lash onto them and want to perpetrate their own personal interest. So them now also saying that since the U.S. helped, you know, it came into Nigeria, issues around terrorism have increased. I don't want to subscribe to that. And we all know that Nigeria needs help, you know, with issues around terrorism. So if it was the U.S. that came to our aid at that particular point in time, let's not just politicize, you know, this issue of terrorism, this issue of help, this issue of security. We know that, you know, we cannot do it by ourselves as a country. So if there are other people who are helping us, yes, the U.S. might have other motives in other countries, but let us not join issues with our own kaya here. Let us look at our own issue, the way it is affecting us. We have too many things we're dealing with. And then adding this will just, you know, cause more yam pepper scatter. So let's just deal with the situation, you know, in the best way that we can.
Yes, you're absolutely correct, saying that we have more than enough challenges plaguing the country already. So we're trying to attach meanings or trying to protest because Iran, Israel and US are fighting over whatever is none of our business. And I think they're actually trying to copy what happened in Kano earlier, where some people actually protested that they do not like what is happening in Iran and the hostilities between Iran, US and Israel. Nigeria is already a center of problem as we speak.
It's already
so don't come and add salt to our injury.
We are buying fuel at how much again? I beg.
Let's just be fine with our problems.
We do not have any business with what is happening over there. So let's just keep it there.
Yeah, let's just leave it there. Adebimpe, let's take a story.
Lagos not owing pensioners. That's coming from the governor of Lagos. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has said that no pensioner in the state has been owed any arrears, reaffirming his administration's commitment to prioritizing the welfare of retirees. This was disclosed in a statement issued on Monday by the governor's special advisor on media and publicity, Boyega Akosile, following a courtesy visit by the senior management team of the Pension Transitional Arrangements Directorate, led by its Executive Secretary Tolulokpe Otunaya, to Lagos House Marina. According to the statement, Sanwo-Olu and his administration holds pensioners in high regard and will continue to treat them with dignity, fairness and equity. Yeah, I'm going to stop there. Quite short and quite straightforward. Lagos generates more revenue than any other state, so they can afford to pay, and they are paying. That is a plus. Some can afford to pay and they will not pay. And I like the fact that Lagos is also prioritizing welfare and taking care of retired workers. It also shows good governance. Yeah, and you can hold them accountable.
Right, I'm sure a lot of pensioners will, of course, bear witness that Lagos is paying and also offsetting, their retirement benefits. So perhaps again, if there are people who still maintain or who still think that Lagos State government is owing, they should show records that this is there. But for the governor to have said it, and of course we know that the pension last peg is just around the corner here, and from time to time we see them pay retirees their benefits. So Lagos will continue to lead, and of course others will follow. So that's it. That's the Lagos style, I guess. So
yes, Lagos style, Center of Excellence. And I think we need to add one more name to the slogan of Lagos State. Lagos should actually be should be the pace-setting state, not the other side.
That one is leave the pace setters for the pace setters.
I don't know the pace that you are setting.
Ajibola, don't go there. Leave the pace setters for the pace setters.
Don't let them come for you.
I will come for you.
Even you yourself, you will come for yourself.
Okay, Lagos Center of Excellence. Good one coming from Mr. Governor. It shows that we have a government in place that cares about the plight of workers, and those that have served Lagos State would not have any regret at the end of their service to the state.
All right, let's head to the X platform this morning and take a look at one of the many trending issues on the X platform today. ADC is trending on the X platform this morning. And of course, we understand that the online portal, membership registration portal is up. And there are so many things happening, so many things going on. And of course, you need your name, you need your phone number, you need your email, you need a photo to actually register on the portal. But we've been hearing different things from different individuals since yesterday. Somebody even said he registered Mr. President on the portal of the ADC. He made up a name, he made up a... and I said, come on. That's what we can see there on TV. So is it that easy to actually just... But then they are saying it is a fake profile.
Yes. I had an interview with the publicity secretary of ADC yesterday, Bolaji Abdullahi. And, according to him, he said it was their enemies at work, that...
political enemies.
And the ones that registered their dog.
Because when I saw the profile of all these members of their party, I'm like, are you guys for real?
And he said in less than 2 hours, ADC had registered almost 5 million members.
Yeah.
Wonderful. AI at work. Then, so if you cannot do something as simple as registration of membership, which is quite seamless for other political parties, then how do you intend to take power lawfully in 2027? Because your house obviously is not in order.
No, Jibola, how can you say that? I mean, everybody...
Because even a member of the party, Abimbola, yesterday, Professor Pablo Tomi was interviewed and he was laughing.
There is a teething problem. It's a teething problem.
Okay.
They'll rise above it.
It was a glitch.
After all, everybody records glitches. So they will be fine. But I mean, it's sometimes we laugh about things like this, but these things also have consequences, and it will always tell you a larger picture of what you are as a nation or what you are as a country. If you can actually do certain things and verification. There's no stopping. You can upload certain things. Then it means that certain things can be compromised.
Absolutely.
So again, it calls for some kind of serious. But the ADC also needs to look inwards, look at what went wrong. If how can they also strengthen this platform to forestall issues like this? Because again, if people can hack into your membership registration portal, then it means that anything can happen at the end of the day.
Yes, yes. And I hope this will also give them some sense of reasoning to also look at what Professor Joashua Amoguitan said the other time, that the election for 2027 is not going to be perfect. Registration of membership alone is not perfect. You're having issues. So how do you expect the elections to be 100%?
But he promised that the elections will be free and fair.
Yes, but then he also did say that it was not going to be a perfect situation.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, there's nothing perfect really. It's all about, you know, just ensuring that you do your very best. Anyways, we do wish the ADC the very best as they embark on this process. But again, before we go, why did they opt for the online registration?
I don't know.
They wanted to test the real time.
They will now understand why real time will not be real time.
Maybe they are trying to act techie. But I will not give you my own definition of ADC today. You know, I've said it's time without a number on this show, the meaning of ADC, but I won't say it today.
But why are the acronyms so close? ADC, APC. Why?
African Democratic Congress, All Progressive Congress, People's Democratic Party, Labour Party, Zenith Party,
ZLP, Accord Party.
Accord.
Anyway.
Ademige, be careful. That's our party now.
Of course, I know. That's
all the other parties that you remember.
The party of my governor.
They are not in.
We are busy campaigning,
Again,
please.
did you see your governor yesterday?
We are busy campaigning.
Okay, I hear you.
Yesterday it was Nuruddin.
And you know, sometimes when I engage Joshua in some kind of conversation,
The producer is saying spare or so.
Because
she's falling our hand down.
It's not the Ikire woman or Ikire woman.
Our governor is falling our hands.
The governor that was playing the
Bandiri. He dropped Jackson. He took on Nuruddin. Oh God.
Anyways, I beg, leave the man. He's
Jackson. You know your name.
Jackson.
So they say. If your name is Jackson and you're Nuruddin, you will entertain now.
Anyway, let us
leave my governor alone, please. He's working.
Okay, it is well. Anyways, we'll take a quick break. When we return, part 1 of the conversation will be here. And today we're taking a look at the 2027 election timetable. Of course, the preparations by INEC, the political parties, and everything that we need to know ahead of the 2027 elections.